Oh well, hello, hello. It's time to read stories, scary stories to put you asleep. Now, let me explain something about myself. I thought I might as well. A lot of people I talk to say that it's weird that I fall asleep to scary music. A lot of people say they can't. And then there are some people who can fall asleep to scary stuff. It's like when I read or when I hear scary stories, it gives me a cozy feeling. Now, I would often have nightmares, sometimes a lot. And whenever I have nightmares, I sleep really good throughout the night. So that's kind of why I like nightmares or listening to scary stories at night. I just sleep good. Now, my worst nightmares. I'll tell you this. My worst nightmares that I would dream about would be me having an argument with my family. I hate when I have those dreams. And then I also have a dream that my hair is falling out and my teeth are falling out. I am not as obsessed. I'm not even that obsessed with my teeth. I think about my hair like 80% more than my teeth. For some reason I still dream about my teeth. So there's a small background about me. This scary story I'm going to read is called Evil Shadows Over a Dark Christmas. Most people think of Christmas as the epitome of family holidays, wholesome, magical, and shielded from anything nefarious, which is what makes my story a break from tradition. If it wasn't true, I would have kept it to myself, for the sake of preserving the happy image of a wonderful day for those who love Christmas. As a child, I already had my work cut out for me. With parents who were far from normal, my father hated Christmas and he refused to observe the day, which meant that I had to keep my mouth shut if I didn't want to incur his wrath. Mum was always out of it due to her issues with substance abuse. Dad also had issues handed down from his father. Mum said that he was born with a bottle of beer in his hands, and at Christmas time the situation always worsened. It was like he had a secret vendetta for the holidays, and he did everything he could to make sure our house was Christmas free. When I was 10, things took a bizarre and an evil turn for the worse. Some nasty friends of my parents turned up and they all decided to conduct a seance. I hid myself in the bedroom while they all got wasted and tried to summon demons, to act as sentries against Santa, and to invoke Satan instead. I fell asleep and I did not wake up until around 3 a.m. Seeing as the house was silent, I crept downstairs to check out the living room. My parents and their guests were spread throughout the living room, passed out and draped over each other. It was disgusting, but I was distracted by a creepy noise. It sounded like old creaky gears grinding against each other, and it seemed to be coming from the fireplace. The child inside me grew hopeful and excited, but something told me that I might want to run. When a dark creature started to clamber out of the fireplace, my flesh began to crawl. The sound started turning into a mix of crackling skin and old bones being crushed. The creature looked like it had been incinerated to a crisp, but it remained intact as it continued to creep around the room, stepping gingerly over the bodies like it was trying to decide which one to choose. I saw the charcoal hands and long fingers reach for my mother's hair. I gasped loudly and it suddenly looked up. I'll never forget the eyes, like tiny fires in large burnt-out sockets. It opened its unholy mouth wide and screeched with a dry, crackling voice. I screamed when more creatures scrambled out of the fireplace. Running to my room in a blind panic, I could hear the demonic entities racing up the stairs behind me. When I got to my room and spun around to close the door, I saw at least 6 of those ghastly monsters only inches away. As I slammed the door shut, several of their charred fingers were chopped off. I screamed again. When the fingers started growing into smaller versions of the black creatures, I jumped under the covers and cried while the demons tried to drag the sheets off me. Imagine my surprise when I saw my parents grabbing at me with a frightened look in their eyes. Maybe I imagined it all, but it was bizarre how everything changed from that day forward. My parents cleaned up their act, and the following year we started to observe the holidays, including Christmas. Mind you, I always keep an eye on the fireplace in case those demons decide to return and drag my family to hell.